Hello friends. I know that a lot of you have medical marijuana cards and are smoking for medicinal reasons, but let me tell you, you can still get a DUI. Now the key is, or what happens in a trial situation, if a police officer thinks you've been smoking and you've admitted to him but you show your card and maybe you've got some pot in your car or something, anyhow, 9 times out of 10 he's probably going to arrest you because he's going to assume that you're impaired regardless of how further back you would smoke from the driving or how much you had. But the point is that in the United States, the burden is on the government to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of a crime. Well, the burden never shifts, except in a pot DUI case with the card. If you've got the medical marijuana card, or you've got a prescription for Xanax or Percocet or something, the burden is then on you by a preponderance of the evidence, not guilt beyond a reasonable doubt or proof beyond a reasonable doubt, but a preponderance of the evidence, which is the scales like this, to show that you weren't impaired. And that goes for any prescription drug. Now keep in mind also that if you don't have a prescription for any of those other drugs and you just got it from a friend or something, that's a different story. Then you're going to have an issue because without the prescription it turns into like an illegal substance, and then the state again has the burden of proof, and you don't have to show that you were not impaired, but just because you didn't have a prescription, you're sort of automatically guilty. You don't want to go down that road. So if you're going to smoke and drive a vehicle, you need to get your card, and then if you do get popped for a DUI, then just keep in mind the burden is upon you, which is a great burden as far as I'm concerned, because it shifts to you that shows that you weren't impaired, and that's to the slightest degree. The jury instruction is, if you find the defendant impaired to the slightest degree, you have to find him guilty. Same thing in an alcohol case. Thank you.
This posted video is in no way specific legal advice on any subject. It is intended to provide general information for the public. If you need specific legal advice, call Chuck at 480-545-0700.